right, guys, here we are at the 1 year mark and 3 months since my last transplant with Aisha Hair Clinic in Istanbul, Turkey. My apologies to people who've been tracking videos that I posted a few months ago. This is it. I had some good life changing experiences that I stumbled upon, hence why I haven't made some videos, but here we are. Let's get down to it. So the results are what they are. Don't mind my cat in the background. They are what they are, and she's cool. And it's awesome. It's worth it, every penny. If you guys have questions, just if I haven't already answered them, bless you. Shoot. So pretty much, check out the hairline. Just know that, like I said this before, when you get this transplant done, you don't necessarily have to shape up your hair anymore because it's in the shape that they did it. So you can take a look there and see how it's looking. Sharp. I mean, this is how I wear my hair, the barber edge up line look. I fade it from time to time. I had a skin fade and that I did myself, and it kind of grew in. So, and I dyed the hair because I don't like the whites, but you really don't see the dots, those FUE dots that typically are out there, are there after the transplant itself. You don't see them much, and I guess I lucked out with that. I mean, when I do my skin fade, I can see them, but when I go bald on the fade itself, you really don't see them. So, and just for context, like I remember that I did the beard a little bit. I did it up here a little bit and up here a little bit. So, I did, dye my beard, and obviously I shaped it up a little bit. I didn't have to, but I wanted to have a nicer dip in the beard. So, those cobblestone things that we see often sometimes with FUE, they're like little bumps, like where the hair was implanted. I want to say that I can see them a little bit, but you can't really tell much from looking at it from here, and I can't really tell much either. I mean, it's not even a problem, and typically people get those things when they get the beard transplants. So this is it. I'm trying to cover any questions y'all may have. Month 1 through 3 was the ugly duckling stage. I think it went to like month number 4 where we're still kind of looking, suspect. And that's just, trusting the process. It's going to grow. You got to trust it. You're going to freak out. You're going to get anxiety and all that stuff. But, if you look at all the other people who've gotten the transplants, they went through the same entryway. Very few people have results that are unwanted. Some people have a failed transplant, and that's attributed to underlying health issues. Perhaps you're deficient in vitamin D, in magnesium. So for those of you who've had a failed transplant, I advise you to go ahead and to hit your doctor up and get some blood work done and check out what underlying deficiency you may have, something that you're not, your body's not either making enough of or what have you. So, but yeah, that's what it is. Like I said, I don't have to shape it up. I don't have to shape this up. I don't have to shape that up. The side temporal peaks, that little hook there, I don't have to shape that up much. It grows in the way that I wanted it initially. Front hairline is fire. Like I like it like that. So, some people might say, oh, it looks unnatural. It doesn't look like natural, but I've been doing this with the trimmers when I was younger. So this is how I had my hair for years. So, it fit me right. My arsenal, what am I doing? I've been doing this ever since, my first transplant, but I've been going really balls to the wall with it now, with the upkeep. So I take, this is B complex pill by this company called Doctor's Best, which seems to be a good company. It also has quaterfolic in it. So I take these a day, and mind you, this is all for my hair health. from what the research that I've done. I take that. I got my trusty finasteride. This is a compound pill: finasteride, biotin, and vitamin. I'm sorry. Wait. Yeah, finasteride, minoxidil, and biotin. So it's 1.1 milligram of finasteride. It's 5 milligram of minoxidil, and then you have 1 milligram of biotin. So finasteride, compound pill. Where do you get that? So I saw this on one of the guys. I forget his name on his video, and I reached out to the doctor. His name is Dr. Daniel McGrath. He's located in Texas. So you can look that up on Google, hit them up and say that you want to be put on this pill, and they'll hook you up. I pay about, I think, like $120 a month for, this is like 90 pills. So this is 3 months worth, and I pay $120. So it works for me. There's other companies out there who are cheaper, like Hims or Kings or something like that, but to each his own. Also, I take vitamin D3. I take that by this brand, Puritan's Pride. It doesn't, I guess, just do your homework on the companies that you're buying from, and see what companies are better. You know, I just happen to pick this one here. Okay, so, and then I take high absorption magnesium with lisinoate, glycinate. I take that. All these things I'm taking is because I did like my independent research, and I saw that some people who are deficient in these vitamins have had some unsuccessful transplants. So moving on, this is an essential oil blend by a company called Hair Envy, and it works. I mean, it has a lot of stuff in here. I'm not going to name all of it, but it has a bunch of essential oils, and just to name a few: avocado oil, castor oil, lavender, eucalyptus, rosemary, lemongrass, and a few other more. But what I do is I make a concoction. I get this jar and I fill it up with jojoba oil as a carrier oil. Carrier oil obviously is, well, if you don't know, this is potent in itself. So if you get a carrier oil like jojoba oil or castor oil, which is healthy for your hair and your scalp, it lessens the potency. So it's not going to give you like a negative adverse effect, like a burning sensation or what have you. So I put about 10 drops into this jar that's full of jojoba oil, 10 drops of this, and then I mix it up like that. And then about once a week, I'll drench with this dropper here. I got this from like one of the minoxidil boxes that I bought a while back when I used to take topical. I don't take topical anymore, but I just take it out, and just drop it in the scalp, and in these areas that I got the transplant done on the hairline, and I pretty much douse the whole thing up, and then I just massage it into my scalp and hair, and I run it through the hair strands and all that stuff, and I do that once a week. To keep the hair nourished and just keep the vitality of the hair follicle itself strong and going. So also I have a low-level laser hair helmet. I don't have it here, but in other videos I show it. I've been using that since 2020. Does it work? Listen, all that I just showed you in correlation with that, with the helmet, I can say that everything I've been doing works. I can't pinpoint exactly what works more than the other, but I know that I'm bringing this whole arsenal together for the hair health of my hair, for the long haul, for the longevity of it, and it works. So, again, this is 1 year, 3 months. Man, is on point. I mean, it really is. I like it. How do I cut my hair? I do a skin fade or a light fade like this. And I don't shape the top up. I don't shape the side boxes, the temporal peaks at all. I don't even shape this up. When it's skin faded, like if you look at the picture that I posted on this video as a cover picture, it looks fire. It just blends to the zero when I fade it. But when it grows just like that, man. And that's dope. So all I do is I shape my beard up here where I didn't get a transplant. I shape that up, razor that up with the straight edge. I'll get in here with the straight edge all around there, and it's just the way I want it. So if you're thinking about the transplant, just do it. Stop being a baby. Like get down and and just do it. I'll mention something on Facebook. There's a cool page called Onageden. Onageden. I believe that's what it is. Onageden. If you look that up on Facebook, it's a cool page for like-minded people who are either on the fence about getting a transplant or have already gotten it. I'm on that page. And you can freely ask questions to anyone that you choose to, whether they've gone or not. And you get a lot of answers, man. So that's like really, really cool. And it's a dope community. I'm happy that it is in effect. And you'll see my postings there. If you have any questions, hit me up. I love to help. I went through this 2 times, one in the US, one in Turkey. Check out that video that I have posted somewhere. I'm trying to remember so I don't miss anything out. But yeah, let me try to kind of spin around. If you can see a little bit of, you can see the back, I'm not sure, but the back, if you see like a linear scar from my first transplant, but you really don't see those dots, those FUE dots much. And, dang. Let's see here. I'm sorry for the light in the background. All right, so see the back a little bit. Hopefully you can see enough of that. And remember, I got my crown done on top. For those of you who are tracking my videos, you can't really tell, but I'm going to dip my head low and you're not going to see anything because it's full of hair pretty much. So it works, and it did work. So let's see here. If you can see that, I got the crown hit up and that was just dark and real cool looking. So yeah, so it's done. If y'all got questions, I got answers. Hit me up. And this is the final video. I guess I'll be posting videos. I'm not sure, maybe like of fragrances and fitness, something, just to kind of keep the ball rolling with my experience and my knowledge in these areas. And yeah, that's about it. If I find out anything else to do with hair, upkeep or whatever, I'll hit you guys up. I have a busy schedule now, but I'm also an SMP artist in ATL in Georgia. If you guys, are in Georgia and you want to get, SMP done, hit me up. It's called SMP Artistry. I'll put the link to that there. And check out, my work on Instagram. I'll post that up there as well. And what else am I missing? SMP before a transplant. Should you or should you not? I think you can. I think you should, because it gives you a little bit more density. So if you get an SMP prior to the transplant, at the very least, you'll have a nice coat of darkness. Now, I know what you're thinking. Well, are they going to be able to see where my hair loss is? Absolutely, because my recommendation is when you go to get your transplant, go there with a full set of hair, a full head of hair. And so they can see where you're obviously thick with hair and then where you're deficient when you don't have hair. So you can still get the SMP prior to the transplant. You can even get it after. I don't got SMP, even though I'm an SMP artist. I've never done it on myself. I've never got it done. So I can get it done in areas that I might say, if I want to get picky, like, I still see a little light spot, but that's just me being greedy. So if I wanted to do that, I could do it. So whether you do it beforehand, before transplant or after transplant, SMP I think is a great addition to the look of density of darker hair. I'm all for it. Again, SMP Artistry. I'm located in Norcross, Georgia. And if you guys want more information, just hit me up. I'll leave those links there and check it out for yourself. All right. This is it. Peace.